demo.
Hello.
Welcome everyone! We are the Grin Brothers and I guess
It's
we're
Peggle demo.
We're playing
do you want to play multiplayer?
Peggle demo?
Multiplayer.
There's a multiplayer? Oh no.
Same console, duh.
Yeah.
Oh, it's only in the full game.
Okay,
Cool.
yeah, it's only even the full game. I guess.
Sorry. Sorry.
Okay.
I don't care.
Why is there a unicorn staring at me?
He's Bjorn.
The founder of Peggle Institute.
10 Peggle Masters already. I don't care.
Okay. I can't hear
I
anything
have
from
10
this.
shots.
What is Peggle, by the way?
I didn't think this was Peggle.
Yeah, this doesn't seem Peggle. What is Peggle? We just started this randomly because we're like, you know, we should record something.
I thought Peggle was...
And instead of doing more Diablo, because we still have the last act to do, we thought, you know, let's...
Oh, so this is Peggle.
Yeah, let's record some minis. And
You
then
got the
it's like...
ball in the bucket. This returns the ball to the ballatron. Oh, I can hear sound effects now.
For some reason, the Palmiverse...
Oh, you can repeat your last shot by pressing the Y button to rewatch it.
Okay,
Why?
I just had to check the computer there because I was worried that I accidentally deleted over our Diablo finale for Peggle.
Please. Do that. Oh wait, that's solid.
That just looked like the background.
Yeah, I thought it was just background. Oh no, I lost a ball.
No. Yeah, for some reason the PAL version of Miiverse doesn't allow me to type in the word balls. But I know the American version must do, because other people I've seen have been able to type in the word balls. But apparently it counts as an offensive word for the PAL version of Miiverse.
That's weird.
Though, to be fair, they include Red Dwarf insults as offensive words you're not allowed to use. You know, made-up swearing.
Yeah, that's funny.
In a sci-fi show.
Come on, do it!
Whoa!
Yeah!
That is a lucky bounce. So, let's think of the most appropriate thing I can think of when watching Raphael playing...
Peggle.
Peggle. Yeah, Peggle. What?
What's with this kill cam?
Extreme fever! Extreme!
What's with the kill cam? What is this? What's going on?
Okay. Okay, this is Peggle.
Nothing.
What's this? This level has bricks.
Cleared orange bricks and pegs.
That reminds me of work, but I'm not going to bring up work because I was already committed myself to bring something entirely different up. Yes, Injustice 2, you know, thing to talk about. The character roster annoys me.
That's understandable.
And I went into some of this when you and I went to game the other day.
Yeah.
In the fact that part of my the problem with Injustice is it's made by NetherRealm Studios, who are, as the Mortal Kombat people, seem to make fighting games I just don't enjoy, because Mortal Kombat just seems really sluggish and boring to watch. I mean, it could be fun to play, but watching... I've watched Evo occasionally, and frankly, Mortal Kombat is one of the most boring parts of it.
Yeah, I got free ball.
Whole... I like watching Maximilian Dude's videos, but when he had some videos of Mortal Kombat, I was like, nah, I've tried watching them, but it's like, so boring. So that's always an obstacle in even trying to enjoy Injustice 2, despite, from what I've seen of the comics, I really like the comics. I mean, they made Guy Gardner likeable, which is a miracle worker there. But the main thing to annoy me from the get-go is that despite how he was playable as DLC in the first Injustice,
I don't like the unicorn's face.
Yeah. It does look... It's looking at you. And not in a good way.
Oh, he's one of the ball masters, I guess.
Martian Manhunter isn't playable in Injustice 2. Despite how, as a character who was actually alive in the Justice universe, it would make sense for him to be playable. Unlike, say, Black Canary and Green Arrow, who were dead in the Injustice universe.
Yeah.
And I've yet to see any indication that the characters that are popping up like Green Arrow and Black Canary are actually the alternative universe versions. Who, the alternative universe versions are alive. From the sounds of it, it seems like the characters are all going to be the Injustice counterparts.
Which is kind of weird.
So I'm not sure how Green Arrow or Black Canary or Joker, who was recently announced. Yeah, they just made this big deal about Joker being added to Injustice, but it's like, but he's dead! And frankly, we didn't need more Batman characters. Let's see here. We've got Batman, Robin, because for some reason they changed it so Damian was no longer going about as, you know, taking on the monk year of Nightwing, but instead has returned to Robin, despite how he's not joined back up with Batman or anything. He's still on Superman's side. Evil Superman. You got Catwoman, Poison Ivy. Bane has returned, which even apparently Bane mains was surprised at him returning. Because apparently people didn't like Bane in the game. Apparently he was very low tier. You have... well, Captain Cold's getting a Killer Frost skin. Of course, you got the Joker. You got Deadshot. Now, some people are saying, oh, he's more of a Suicide Squad character now. But it's like, yeah, everyone still considers a Cyborg more of a Teen Titans character, despite how all the current Justice League stuff doesn't have him ever being a Teen Titans member and has him out, you know, solely as a Justice League member. But everyone considers Cyborg as Teen Titans representation. I mean, heck, even Injustice did so, because they referenced Cyborg more so in regards to the Titans than the Justice League.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm zoning out completely.
Because of the unicorn, I understand.
I don't really know what this game's doing.
So yeah, Batman, Robin, Catwoman, Harley Quinn, Deadshot, Poison Ivy, Bane, Joker. You got Killer Frost is being a Captain Cold skin, which is at least better than making him a playable character. And I'm pretty sure there was another character I'm forgetting, but even, you know, taking that into account, that's 8 characters which are of the Batman side of things. Whereas, like, for instance, with Wonder Woman and Superman, they're actually taken away characters from their respective universe. Same with Green Lantern. There's no Sinestro in the game, there's no Zod in the game, or Lex Luthor, because, hey, Lex Luthor's dead, so that's why he's not in it, unlike the other characters. I mean, hey, Joker's also dead, but he's for some reason in it.
It's free money.
Ares isn't in it, despite how at this point it would actually make more sense for Ares to be in it than it was in the first Injustice game, because, hey, conflict is returning.
Yeah.
And DLC-wise, they didn't bother to include Zod. In fact, I think DLC-wise, they're more likely to try and include Batgirl from the get-go, because, hey, you know what we need? More Batman. It's not like he's already popular enough. But yeah, not huge fan of the Injustice 2 roster.
Which is understandable.
You know, it's really heavily skewed in favour of Batman characters, and it doesn't make a lot of sense in terms of what has happened in the Injustice universe, because there's characters who should really be dead. If they're planning on going with, this is actually the Injustice universe characters only, then, you know, a lot of characters are alive when they shouldn't be.
This game feels like a drug
And it doesn't
trip.
make sense that the characters they included as DLC in the last game, Martian Manhunter, Zatanna, Lobo, Zod, you know, all these characters who, to my knowledge, are still alive, weren't included for some reason. Your controller just decided...
No, they said you could fine-tune it with... Oh, if you hold down the trigger, it just moves slower. Painfully slow. Cool.
Yeah,
well, that's useless.
Really weird as well. They've included Firestorm in the game, at the same time removing Killer Frost. Despite, yeah, Killer Frost was added in the first game in a move which made very little sense, given that she's a Firestorm villain, and they removed her, and they had her in the first Injustice game without Firestorm. But now they've, you know, removed her at the time they decided to add Firestorm into the game.
Okay.
Oh, and another character who's dead, which they decided to recognise this fact and keep him as dead by not including him playable, is Shazam. He died in the first Injustice game, but he's not, so he's not playable. That makes sense.
How did he die again?
Superman lasered his head.
Oh yeah, before he could transform.
Yeah. Well, he was already transformed. He was trying to use the Shazam to hurt Superman.
Oh.
Yeah. I also, spoiler here for Injustice Comics, after a little bit of reading, I'm not sure how things actually went on and why he's not still around. He must have been killed by something or sealed away. Found out who Spectre was.
Who was Spectre?
it wasn't the Joker like I thought because he had a crazy smile. Spectre apparently killed Deadman, but I didn't get to. But I don't think they ever showed it.
How do you kill Deadman?
Yeah. Spectre kills souls anyway, so he was apparently Mr. Mixical.
Who?
The magical little leprechaun-like dude who taunts Superman.
Oh! like godlike deity.
When Superman decided to become a dictator, he became, I don't know, really obsessed with Superman. So he ripped Spectre from the detective's body that Spectre usually inhabits, drove the guy insane and forced Spectre to fuse with him.
Mm-hmm.
So he took control of Spectre. And in that time, basically the whole of Injustice Act 3 was, if it weren't for Mr. Mixel taking control of Spectre, Superman would have been killed ages ago. Ragman almost defeated Superman. Ragman!
It's kind of sad.
Yeah, he decided to go about, killed Deadman, killed Ragman. He stopped Raven's father.
Oh.
Was it Trigon?
Trigon.
That's how Superman survived Trigon attacking him. And yeah, Injustice 2 roster, not a huge fan of it. Do you have anything to add? Well, how do you find this game, which I kind of zoned out because I saw that unicorn and was like, nope, going away from this. Okay, I'm going away from more of this.
I don't think I can describe it with words, so I'm just leaving it. That's Peggle, guys. Yep. Bye.
Cheerio.